One of the most appealing aspects of an RPG is character creation, customizing a little guy to be your avatar, your access to this fantasy world. The rules of D&D or your game of choice provide rules, mechanical options, skills, features, spells, equipment. It's easy to let a generic longsword or a set of leather armor be exactly that. Generic, basic, boring. Hi, welcome to Cozy Potato Games. My name is Dylan, and today I'll be sharing my tips on adding some flavor to the bland mechanics on your character sheet. Remember that everyone has unique taste. How you flavor something may not be what everyone enjoys, but this is your opportunity to show what you love. Don't shy away from making the class your own. As long as it doesn't affect the mechanics, I think every DM will allow it. Is your sword just a sword? Or is it an heirloom, an artifact passed down through the descendants of a great warrior? Now it's your duty to take up the blade. Or maybe you stole it, and through your conviction, you vow to use it nobly. Until the day you find the man you took it from and return it. If your DM allows it, maybe the blade is enchanted, and will have its powers unlocked by taking it to several enchanted or blessed locations across the map. Now your main weapon has flavor and creates hooks for adventures. You can flavor an ability or an attack in a way that changes how it works descriptively, but maybe not mechanically. Is your Eldritch Knight firing arrows or blasting icicles from an enchanted bow? Your attacks might not do cold damage or overcome magical resistance, at least not yet. But now your boring arrow has a bit more bite to it. It can be more simple, taking a weapon's stats and making a different weapon from history or fiction that doesn't exist by name in the game. Flavoring a glaive or a great axe as a scythe. Or if you're a weeb, flavoring a dagger as a kunai, or a longsword as a katana. When designing armor, think about your character's appearance. A menacing character may add spikes or oversized plates. A rich or noble character, or just an accomplished fighter, may have intricate engravings. For unarmored defense, the sky is the limit. A common one I see is characters with light armor, drawing or describing themselves just by the clothes they wear. No mention of armor at all, and that's perfectly fine. When flavoring spells, think about where your magic comes from. A draconic sorcerer could cast all his spells as though he's exhaling them, like dragonfire. Think about how your bard performs. Do they sing spells? Or do they perform chants or dance? They could paint runes magically in the air. Spells like Hold Person can look different depending on the class or vibe of your character. A wizard or warlock may summon eldritch tentacles to grab the target. A cleric could summon glowing chains, a druid grasping vines. Simple cantrips should get extra attention, as they will be used most often. Your mage hand could be shining with holy light, or a rotting severed hand. If you want to be boring, you could be a glowing translucent with your favorite color. Is your mending spell a shimmering thread weaving the object back together? Is it insects and other critters carrying pieces to you, reattaching them? Or do you just focus for a minute and at the end it all magically suddenly snaps together? Prestidigitation, thaumaturgy, and druidcraft are prime examples of flexible, flavorful spells. Think about how you use them and how you've seen them used. Try applying that creativity to your other spells. Fire can be other colors, not just the usual red, orange, and yellow. Flames can be blue, purple. You could even do like white or pink. I watch Disney, you watch Disney. If you're making a villain or an evil player character, you can't go wrong with green flames. A wizard holding a staff and yelling, or a druid casting plants is fine. But this is a huge opportunity to make your character stand out. Mechanics can inspire flavor. A spell or class feature can be described any way you like. But a flavor should not define or recreate a mechanic without serious consideration. For a specific example, I had a player ask for a very flavorful custom racial/ancestral feature that involved a rocky tendril sneaking along the ground to probe people's minds. It was pretty cool. It would allow him to essentially cast Detect Thoughts at will, and casting a second level spell as a cantrip, especially at low levels, is pretty broken. I tried explaining that to him, offering alternatives like limiting the uses per day, or just casting Detect Thoughts and flavoring it as his tendril, and giving his class access to the spell. because I'm not going to bother checking right now, but I'm pretty sure base druids don't have access to the Detect Thoughts spell. Anyway, let flavor enhance the mechanics without actually changing how it works. That's the crux of this whole deal. Flavor is a very broad subject that I will be exploring more in future videos. And I'm also working on more deep dives into playing each class and flavoring them and role playing them. For now, I just want to encourage you to think of who your character is, beyond your stats or your unique race class background combo. Thanks for watching. What are your tips for flavoring characters? Feel free to share them below. Be sure to like the video if you liked it and subscribe for more. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.